Tafari saying it is time for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The time has come for the lioness to tell her own story.
Yo, this is Plugabins and time have come. The lion can tell them one story. This is the Lion's Voice. Stay tuned.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Ras Tafari.
No, well, here we are going. You see, religion, it's personal.
It's personal, yes.
So if an Haile Selassie, surely I them that.
Yes.
So if a religion is personal, no one can tell the next one, say, don't take on the religion there. Yes, right? Now, at the same time, we can see what religions have done historically. And we can quantify and measure that, whether it's useful and or whether it's beneficial or whether it's detrimental, whether it's dangerous to I and I. And if you put it on the scale of my heart, which I would prefer to Christianity personally, right? I would say I find Christianity wanting.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabe is giving birth in a place called Ergersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Makunin, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Makunin is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Makunin knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
I and I burn the Bible.
Okay.
Right? Now, I just curious to the eye, what is the significance of the content to Rastafari right now? The content of the Bible. I mean, that's what do I find the content, where the content is concerned?
For I,
For the eye.
yeah, for I, it really presents I with a journey, a story of a people. Um, I love the story. I love bridging like King David, where show the flaw of humanity, but having that humility. As an artist, the Psalms, me love the Psalms, them, um, in terms of knowing that you fail, but at the same time, seeking that mercy, that humility. I also love the trod of Yeshua. I think a lot of I and I take for granted some of those lessons um, that have been shared. They become so part of the society. Um, I love Proverbs 5 and 6. Save I, the careless woman, them thing they soaking on me. Ecclesiastics. I love Isaiah. I mean, when I read Isaiah, the repatriation. I love Revelation 18. Come out of her, my people, lest ye be partakers in our sins and share in our plagues. I mean? Um, but just like the fullness, and then now doing the research, because I'm going to Howard University. I didn't grow up with the Bible. I grew up in a Pan African home. And now when I learn about His Majesty and start study the speeches, then I was at Howard University. That is what made I interested in the Bible now, to start going at the story. And it just so happened Howard had a school of divinity. So I was able to go to the school of divinity, seat up with some biblical scholars, Dr. Kane Hope Felder, one of the editors of the African Heritage Bible, one of my key teacher where, them man they go to Palestine, do excavations, search out the African history of the Bible, the link between the Canaanite, the Hebrew, the Nile Valley civilization, Kemet, all of these things, So that to me, and then now uh, following the teaching, which I take as my statute of His Majesty.
Aye.
You see, man, I said, this is what to I can't go wrong the teaching, you know what I mean? And I find that the teaching is true and right and does not need amendment. So that is Ivan perspective.
Sorry, excuse me, just to qualify.
Right.
You're saying the teachings of His Majesty or the teachings of
Yeah.
the Bible is true.
The teachings of His Majesty leads to the Bible. I don't know how deep I studied Kadamawi Haile Selassie, but that is one of his core mission was, the teaching of the Bible, and
I agree.
Remember when he was in exile in London in Bath, one of the things he was doing was having the Bible translated from Ge'ez into Amharic.
True.
That the regular Ethiopians could read it and be inspired. He wrote that in his autobiography. So the teaching of His Majesty is what lead I to the Bible. But
I can respect that.
Yeah, I want to know from the I perspective, burning the Bible. And
yeah,
I grew up in the Naya Bingi house. I came straight into the Naya Bingi house. So this is not strange to I.
All right, say Naya Bingi born Bible.
Yes.
Naya Bingi.
I have brethren who went to Jamaica and then Bible get take from them and throw in at the fire. So these were things that were happening.
Which is not a good practice still, because it's a book same way.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
you
see, even the proverbial fire have to manifest in a physical sense sometimes.
Yes. But we're not here for I, because my audience know I man so, and I want to hear the I, how the I,
no, well, here we are going. You see, religion, it's personal.
It's personal, yes.
So if an Haile Selassie, surely I them that.
Yes.
So if a religion is personal, no one can tell the next one say don't take on the religion there. Yes, right? Now, at the same time, we can see what religions have done historically, and we can quantify and measure that, whether it's useful and or whether it's beneficial or whether it's detrimental, whether it's dangerous to I and I. And if you put it on the scale of my heart, which I would prefer to Christianity personally, Right? I would say I find Christianity wanting at best. Right? And I just look at it historically. It's right. Now, notwithstanding, I know say everything no devil and everything no God. Right? Everything have its ways and it means, you know? Everything have its pros and its cons. See? So, we know say if you look on charitable organizations, nothing now go outweigh the church. Right? A whole heap of ones get sponsorships, scholarships, benefits, avenues, opportunities, all of these things provided by the church. You see what I say? And the church give way to that. At the same time, we see a lot of atrocities where the church commit. Whether it want to be Ethiopian church, whether it want to be Russian church, whether it want to be the Armenian church or the Catholic church, we find them diabolical in them actions for you. Right? Now, at the same time, we still respect a one have a right to whatever religion him so choose. I and I, as a Rastafari now, was an original one where did say, you know, say we are born religion one at a time. Them I don't remember, you know. Remember when Rastafari say, yeah, hear me. You see this theocracy thing, this thing where I come with a paradigm where one size fits all. It's not useful to I and I who don't fit in the paradigm that is status quo at this time. I challenge that status quo. So right away, me are the outsider, me are the pariah. Is right? So if me are the one the outside, is it? Me could not defend the status quo there. You know, see it? And definitely you must go over and recognize that for the 2,000 years where this Bible been reigning, it has been setting and, as them say, socially engineering that status quo for where today. The status quo where we live under right now is still Justinian code around law. You see me I say? It's still Christian laws we are abide by. And these laws serve, we know, Queen of England now, King of England. Is right? We know say certainly the way the Bible has been used throughout history. I mean, I see it very beneficial to I and I at this time. However, like I just said, there is a reason why I'm even asked the I earlier to express how I feel about the Bible, Virgin, and that the Bible for. The Bible is a mythological book. See? It's a book where you're supposed to read, learn the stories. The stories don't have to be true, or not, the narrative don't need to be true. What is true is the theme, the idea, the motive. You see what I say? David will always slew Goliath even in the 21st century, 20th century Rasta. You see how him apply it? Him is David in that scenario. In that scenario, Mussolini is Goliath. The obvious parallels, they're there. The parallels are obvious. Mussolini have tank and all sort of something, Virgin, him army them well modernized and mechanized and all of these things. Goliath, Haile Selassie is the underdog in the situation far right. The weapons them not up to date. The army, though it many, they have quite a big army. Them arts of fighting and them standards of they're still 19th century. Don't it? And that's where I look on.
Poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look along the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. But look along the Poor man working for the rich man. Rich man don't care about the poor. But look how long the rich man own the poor man land. The poor say him can't take it no more. One day he started chanting, give me some land. Want get some land. Wanna build my own house, be my own man then. Give me some land. Want get some land. I wanna raise some little baby with a pretty black woman. Dirty Babylon. Them want to stop the movement. Stop the family, them bring down unemployment. Them want the black woman become a single parent. No daddy can about if Babylon not pay your rent. Without the Vatican servants start the enslavement. Buckingham get rich off of the slave shipment. Uncle Sam no want no reparation argument. Them just provide opportunities for prison sentence. Who profits from a whole community's imprisonment? This a big man up at top, count him dollars and cents.